What's up, y'all? It's the Normies coming at you a little bit of Bojack. Season 6, episode...
15.
15?
16.
12.
16.
The last.
12. Oh, 16. There's a longer season.
Yeah, the last. So,
the series finale.
The
fucking
series
reaction.
finale.
We have no idea what to expect.
Oof,
A funeral, people talking about Bojack's
we just
life.
did our
We
downer
know
ending.
one thing to expect, but Rana was out of the last bit of the discussion. So
As you would have done since, she
you'll
has to
see
get
her
peed.
reaction.
We
What
came
the
to a
fuck did I
conclusion.
miss?
Nothing. We all said
We came up to a giant epiphany.
Yeah, you missed a thing.
Yeah, remember the episode Downer Ending?
Yeah,
Downer
the first
ending?
season.
So that was our Downer Ending.
That was
and
the Downer
now
ending.
let's see.
This is the glimmer of hope, usually, right?
Usually, hopefully.
I mean, a show can't end on a super depressive note,
Why not?
right?
If that's the point of the
they'll
show.
probably
They
show
could've.
like his
They could've.
past happy memories I've had with Bojack. Shows clips of that.
I mean, a fucking clip show.
I mean, I'll say this is definitely 90% happy ending. All our other characters got their shit together.
Yeah.
Like there is a happy ending here. It just sucks that yeah.
So, market substitutes. Not one. Watch it on Netflix. If you want to, you can support the Normies over on Patreon. Supporting us on Patreon allows you to get early access and watch ahead on certain episodes. Also helps to fuel our creative endeavors. I don't know. I'm in the feels right now, so I can't see any flaws with this show. But,
Your
like,
face
even
right
I think
now is
out
like,
of it, I
I'm
can't.
trying to be Chris right now, but
I can't.
I know, even though the
find any
market
flaws.
substitutes were like, this is not.
It's
Yeah.
so
Well,
let me be in my feels.
This was nice while it lasted. A celebration brings people together. That's all. it is.
So is this show in your guys' top 10, top 5?
Top 10 for sure.
Yeah.
Top 10, top 10.
Top 10?
Yeah.
Not, it doesn't my top 5. I think it's top 5.
Yeah, I really think I gotta put this in my
Top
top
three?
three. Like I have suggested this. It's
What's your top 3?
Avatar.
It's so hard.
Avatar.
Last Airbender.
yeah, Last
Bojack.
Airbender, Bojack, and I probably need a
Cowboy
live action
Bebop.
one. The Wire.
Ah.
That was 2 out of 3. 2 out of 3. I know you.
I just want to say this, and I want everybody to know it, and everybody hear it now. If my punk ass dies, I want a fucking New Orleans style jazz funeral, a big celebration, shit ton of food. You know it, do it.
I'm not doing it
What
because he
if
won't
We're gonna
know.
put you in an Amazon box.
If
and
it
put you down
happens,
there.
Put me in an Amazon box and sell my ass.
What if it
To
happens
Bezos.
somewhere outside of Louisiana? Do we take you to Louisiana?
No. Bring the party to wherever the fuck I die. If I die in the middle of Czech Republic, bring the party there so that they get to experience with some good old New Orleans fucking brass jazz
Okay,
on.
alright.
Hey guys, you ready?
Yep.
It's been a journey with y'all. I love you. Here we go.
Now this is it. The end of
Love you,
Bojack.
love you, love you, love you.
And this
I
is
love you a
called-
lot.
This is called Nice While It Lasted. Yes, it absolutely was.
Holy shit.
Crank that.
One
Oh,
more
I
time.
love
We're gonna do that
you.
intro. One more time.
Or
Maybe cold open.
Maybe it'll
Guys,
be
we're finishing the
maybe
show
it'll be
together.
something different.
This is
Oh,
fun.
it is.
This is always.
It is. Shh.
It's kind of how it started.
Ah, fuck.
What?
Horny.
Remember this episode?
Oh fuck! God damn it!
No, it's real. Oh.
God damn it! Oh shit!
Meow.
Meow meow fuzzy face. Bojibi's kid takes America by storm.
He's going through all the trials and stuff, so he's basically...
A horse walks into a bar. Why the long face?
14 months in Supermax. Damn, he went to real ass jail.
I don't know about
Prisoner
the rest
AA
of you,
meeting.
but I am here to put on the best goddamn production of Hedda Gabler this Supermax person has ever seen. Schlesinger, if you have time to fashion a shiv and organize a jump on the rats of Black Sea, you have time to learn your lines, okay? Priorities.
He's like twitching.
There he is.
Of course.
America's most wanted over here,
There's a
huh?
peanut butter
Thanks
with
for
you.
picking me up.
The jury finds you guilty of being a super cool dude. Am I right?
You're extremely clever.
What are you in for again?
Officially breaking and entering, but I think it was kind of for everything.
Oh, a little bit of everything. Like the varied cuisine at your favorite small Easy Susan restaurant.
Alright, where can we get lunch around here?
Elefino.
No? You spent a lot of time with them as a couple?
Well, I see Princess Carolyn a lot at
Nice.
Yeah.
The Nobel Prize for Television.
Oh,
they created
come on.
a
movie.
show.
You
But
won a
Judy
Nobel
used to see
Prize
them.
for television?
I can't believe she's getting married.
Thought it would be with you. Huh?
Ah, Gina's like Wonder Woman.
I'm shocked she could get me out for the weekend.
When are you getting out for real?
Oh, getting up for the weekend.
Wow.
Damn.
What are you gonna do
Damn.
next? Big plans? Post Big House? Big Mama's House reboot? Reboot of the franchise Big Mama's House? Starring you.
I mean,
Hey,
Oh fuck!
That was kind of coming.
You think Diane's gonna be there?
Everyone's going to be there. It's the party of the year.
I haven't talked
He
to
must
Diane since.
have some connections to get out of jail for a
What about
weekend,
you?
bro.
You
I mean, it's Hollywood.
Oh, I'm too busy with my show. Those birthdays aren't going to dad
I mean,
themselves.
are you allowed like one weekend
No.
or like?
Most of the time, no.
No.
Fuck that.
What?
My dad couldn't get out for his mom's funeral.
You can get out for funerals, bro.
Is my problem with women any movie directed by Christopher Nolan? Because yes, women are involved, but it's never really about.
That's so. I never thought of it. It's so true.
Are all of my breakthroughs of British prog rock bands in the 70s? Because yes.
He's so cool.
I love. That's like my favorite PB running gag. Those jokes.
Damn.
At the Griffith Observatory?
I have a precedent.
Ah, the best view of LA.
It was on the way.
These fucking guys.
You all know and love
PB
me
Lemon.
as the titular birthday dad. I've also been known for other roles. Sad dog, fracking advocate, finder-outer of what Hollywood stars and celebrities know and whether they know things. But some of you might remember me as the notorious stealer of the D.
It's back. It's back.
I called up my favorite sign company and said, I want to give this whole town the D. D for dad. Birthday dad, that is. So, without further ado,
God damn
let's
it.
say goodbye to the era of Hollywood forever.
Wow, it's all full circle, man.
What?
No, I said D as in birthday dad.
Oh,
No, obviously I meant the dad part of birthday dad.
he can never get those right. Love it. This is so good.
I just know that something bad is gonna happen if I go to that wedding.
How about this? We'll go to the wedding, and if you get there and you want to leave, we can leave.
Yeah?
Yeah, and if you want to stay, I'll stay there with you. I will not leave your side.
You sure?
He's gonna leave
Of
his
course,
side
I'm
immediately.
here for you.
No,
buddy.
PB, come on.
Unless I see my good friend Erica.
Are we gonna see her? Are we gonna see Erica?
And he's eating cotton candy. No.
Henry Winkler. It's like every character from
Oh
the
my
show.
god, yeah, it's everybody.
Bojack! Oh,
Thank God I found you.
Judas
is
Band's
it?
playing.
The fireworks are going to start in 10 minutes. There's no time to explain.
George
Go
Clooney?
down to the beach.
Yep.
Why did we need to be on the beach?
Oh, you just seemed really overwhelmed at the party. I thought you could use some air.
Oh, thanks.
Aw.
But then why are you on my shoulders?
So I could get a better view of the fireworks.
Okay, get down.
How'd you get out of the Supermax? Did a helicopter crash into the side of the building and then you just...
That's what he did.
Bummer.
I think the routine is good for me. I'm staying out of trouble at least.
Hooray! Staying out of trouble at least.
I'm trying to set little goals for myself. Like in a couple months, I'll beat my record for being sober.
I
Yay.
mean, you're in jail.
So that's
You can get way fucked up in jail on a
after
regular.
that.
After that, you'll beat your record again. Every day, you'll set a new record.
Damn.
But it's I worry about what's gonna happen when I get out. What if I relapse again?
Then you'll get sober again. I was at the office the other day doing the hokey pokey with some work associates, and I realized everyone misunderstands that song.
The hokey pokey.
Yeah, there's way too much emphasis on the hokey pokey part.
That is what it's all about.
No, that's exactly not what the song is saying. And I was saying, you do the hokey pokey and you turn yourself around. You turn yourself around. That's what it's all about.
Leave it to Todd to make a poignant point from Hokey Pokey.
Or maybe art doesn't need a point. Maybe that's why it's called art.
I can't tell if you're being smart or stupid.
I never. It was nice while it lasted, right?
Sure. It was nice while it lasted.
Water wash away your
no,
footprints. You
man.
get to do it all over
My
again.
cry is over.
Eat it.
Give it a try,
No! It's a terrible
It's
film,
not.
not bad. No, Bojack!
Look at her, she's so pretty.
Congratulations. And Judah too. Where is he?
I think he's going over some contracts. We're putting together an all-female reboot of 12 Angry Men. It's called 11 Angry Women.
Where's
Not
the
12.
You gotta leave room for a sequel.
Oh
my God.
We had our real wedding a week ago. This one's just for the industry.
What?
I invited the town's top talent, took away their phones,
Brad
and
Pitt.
shuffled them together. Give them some booze, get them chatting.
Aw,
Next day,
Tarantulas.
Oh, Quentin Tarantulas.
I'm flattered. I'm important enough for your industry one.
Are you kidding? Horny Unicorn is tracking huge.
Oh, fuck.
What?
I'm not sure I should take on more projects. I started this drama program at prison, and we're doing Hedda Gabler. I mean, not Strindberg, but, you know, we're having a good time. I thought that maybe when I got out, I could go back and volunteer.
Oh, well, that sounds fabulous.
Yeah, but, you know, I didn't even think that I'd have other options. A year ago, everyone in this town hated me.
People have short memories. It's the
George
best
Clooney.
and worst.
Dude, the short memory part's so true.
I could do both.
Yep.
Maybe I could direct something.
I'm sorry I said anything.
Well, I mean, hold on. Yeah, I shouldn't just jump into
Slow down,
something,
big
but
dog.
if there's a good opportunity, I'd be stupid not to take it, right? I mean, we both know how hard it is to get heat in this town.
Think it over. I'm sure you'll make the right decision. Well, a decision.
You want to dance?
Yeah.
This is kind of sweet because they were together for so long, you know.
They're each other's friends too.
And yeah, exactly. They're friends.
I had this weird idea when I heard you were getting married that I'd get here and there'd be some disaster, and I knew that either I would cause it or just maybe I would be the only one who could fix it.
A disaster, huh?
Not like a disaster, like a sitcom disaster, you know? Like it would be time for the wedding and no one would know where to find you. And I'd find you in some special spot and I'd say, come on. And you'd say, what am I doing, Bojack?
And then what? I'd run off with you?
No, I would talk you into going through with it. And it would be like a symbol of how much I've grown. Tell me what you're afraid of.
In this make-believe scenario that you came up with?
Yeah.
I'm afraid that if I let someone else take care of me, that I'm not really me anymore. I'm afraid of getting too comfortable, going soft. I'm afraid that this could be the best thing that ever happened to me, and if it doesn't make me as happy as I'm supposed to be, that means I'm a lost cause.
Holy shit.
What?
I don't know. Those are some really good arguments. But you're here because at some point Princess Carolyn thought this was a good idea. And I think we ought to listen to her. Because she's the smartest woman I know.
That's true, she is.
So what do you think? Are you going to marry him?
Well, I already got the dress.
I'm working on this middle grade fiction series. I mean, who am I, Rick Riordan?
Who's Rick Riordan?
Yeah, good point.
Well, let's see. I've been getting into...
No, I wish I had my phone so I could play you the last voicemail you left me.
Whoa.
Did you remember that? I'm going swimming, you said. Since nothing matters anyway and nobody cares about me, I might as well go swimming, right?
I'm so sorry.
Call me back if you don't want me to go swimming. Otherwise, I'm just going to assume you
Oh,
don't
yeah, you did
care.
kind of put that all on her.
For 7 hours, I couldn't get in touch with anyone, and I was sure you were dead, and it was my fault.
Are you still angry at me?
What good has being angry at you ever done for me?
I'm sorry.
I wish I could have been the person you thought I was, the person who would save you.
That was never your job.
Why did you always make me feel like it was? When I got that voicemail,
Oh my gosh, you break up with
my boyfriend at the time wanted me to move to Houston with him. I wanted to move with him. But after you called, I got scared.
Oh, no.
I didn't trust myself. I was happy, and I didn't trust that, so I stayed in Chicago. I tried to make it work, long distance, but it was hard.
No.
Eventually, I just thought, I moved to Houston.
To be with your boyfriend at the time.
Yeah. Plus, the winters in Chicago are cold as shit. I don't know
Yeah,
why
fuck
you built a
that.
city there. No,
Fuck you.
I'll start that fire.
Your boyfriend at the time.
Oh my god.
He's not your boyfriend anymore.
He is not.
What?
Woo!
How'd you learn how to trust him?
I was like, ruins relationship,
I
never
know, I was
mind.
like, oh
And
shit.
I trust. Sometimes I look back at my LA years and I think, who was that person?
Does she ever come back?
I'd love to say no. She's gone forever. But I was terrified of coming back here for the wedding. I would spin out, start questioning everything, blow everything up.
But that didn't happen.
That's what he thought was gonna happen.
I think there are people that help you become the person that you end up being, and you can be grateful for them, even if they were never meant to be in your life forever.
True that.
Anyway,
I need to tell you.
No, you don't have to. You don't owe me.
No, I need to tell you thank you. And it's going to be okay. And I'm sorry.
Can I just tell you a funny story?
It better be very funny.
I don't want to lie to you. It's only kind of funny. So we have this movie night at the prison, right? And we get to vote on what movies we want to see. But of course, the whole thing's rigged because Big Andy's favorite movie is The Family Stone. I make a deal with him. I'll give you my Jell-O for a month if the Family Stone goes missing.
I feel like this doesn't end well.
So movie night comes around time for another. So Big Andy's getting really upset and his guys are all riled. And then I go, fellas, why don't we watch Pieces of April this week? Change of pace. Patricia Clarkson's in it and Prison Riot.
That sounds awful.
Yeah, well, what are you gonna do? Life's a bitch and then you die, right?
Damn.
Sometimes. Sometimes life's a bitch and then you keep living. It's a nice night. Huh?
They were in the same thing at the beginning of the episode when he was lapsing. It's the
Space
same. It's
space
the
shot. Stand on that.
Mr. Blue, I told you that I love you, please believe me. Mr. Blue, it is so long since you were flying high. Mr.
Fuck those suggestions. Damn, so good.
Oh, the second show.
Holy shit. I'm gonna give that one a standing ovation.
You know what?
That was a good one.
Right. We're out of frame.
God damn it, good fucking show. I'm in tears. I am in tears and I have to show my ass to the camera because the remote dropped. Oh God. Is it really far?
It's like so far down.
Yeah.
Here, I'll hold your feet.
I have a long arm.
I can turn the classic Normie
I literally have long
You got it?
arms.
I can turn the TV off.
I literally have long
Everybody
arms.
scoot.
I literally have long arms.
Here, I'm gonna lift you up. You ready? Go.
No, I can't reach it.
All right, we're lifting up Rena. Rena, we're lifting you up.
I literally have long arms.
Go.
Button on the TV.
There.
Thank you, Mickey.
I don't think you can
Oh,
do
shit.
that.
Okay.
No, you're putting on this dumbass TV show. Fucking locking keys. Fucking wannabe Harry Potter Netflix version of bullshit. Turn this bullshit off, man. I'm trying.
Rena's in the couch.
Where is it?
It's over there.
Bojack is over party. There it is.
All right, stop.
Here.
I got it. I got the remote. I got the remote.
Look how many dicks are back here.
There's dick confetti back there.
No, look, there's like 1,000.
Cash, you were here the whole time.
Oh Lord.
Look.
What's back
Come on, Rena. Get from up back there.
There's so many dicks back there.
Oh, there are a lot of dicks back there.
Come on.
I love
Just-
it when shows end like just fucking perfect, man. They knew what they were doing. The
Yeah.
dialogue is so smartly written, and like you could apply this to anything in your life. Like anyone could apply this to anything in their life.
Yeah.
It feels like the type of show that like you can actually like learn from, especially for the stage that we're at in our lives right now. Works so perfectly. When I first started watching BoJack, I was drinking way too fucking much, and like I got better through time. But like it's good to like I don't know. It's like I feel like I've grown with the show, like in a way that's not like how when you're a kid and you grow up, but like I went through like from 20 something to like a 31-year-old who kind of has his shit together, and it's just really dope to like watch this fucking show and like actually learn some of the things that the show's teaching you about.
Just like, you know, we see Todd and PC and all of them grow up. Like, I feel like we were just like Todd in a way, me at least. Like, I'm growing up, learning my place in life, relationships, and people, and lessons.
I like that he called the kids at the
Associate.
kindergarten associates.
Well, remember, because that's what his dad said. He was like, I don't know. He was like, he talks about the kids like they're his associates, but also his clients. So like, I can't actually tell what he does.
Yeah.
Man,
Guys. So
Should made me
like,
cry.
Yeah, same.
he was saying like, oh, if I ever get out, he was sentenced only to 14 months of prison. He's on a weekend break right now, right?
Yeah.
So he's saying like, if he does anything bad and like stays for bad behavior, because like I don't think after 14 months you're done.
Some people actually enjoy living in jail because
Mhm.
because they get 3 meals a day. They're safe. Healthcare.
But
So,
also, like, you
they'll
can't
stay.
fuck up because you have such a rigid routine. And, like, it's like, if I fuck up, I'm going to get really bad consequences. But once you get out, if you fuck up, it's all on you. And nothing bad's going to immediately happen. And you'll keep fucking up until it's 6 years later and you're down another rabbit hole and there was no one who was going to stop you. But that's why I like when Todd was like, when he's like, well, I'll do if I get drunk again. He's like, you'll get sober again.
Yeah.
Like, and he's like, well, what if I do if I fail this? He's like, you'll do better. Like,
He's
it's
good.
not the end ever. You can
It's like the
always do
waves
better.
crashing against the beach, back and forth. And you know, at the beginning, they had to play with the waves.
Yeah.
The guy holding the waves. So.
Yeah.
But like, you ever hear the concept of like, if you stare at the ocean waves going back and forth, you understand the meaning of life, or whatever. You ever heard someone say that?
I've heard you say it now.
Well,
No, we'll work on a
I've
lake.
heard
I think
before.
I'm gonna go to a
Yeah,
lake.
it's like not a lake, but like a beach, like a vast ocean.
Yeah.
Okay.
But like, I don't know. I thought it was great. Like you mentioned, their footprints like
Yeah.
washed away too.
Or the hokey pokey. What a perfect analogy.
Todd is a really good friend, man.
Yeah.
Turn yourself
Hey,
about.
I just want to say, I think Todd and Mr. Peanut Butter are like very good friends in their own way to Bojack.
Yeah.
Like, think about it, bro. Peanut Butter picks him up from jail. Like she's a homie. He's like, no, I got you, bro. I got you suits. What do you need?
Yeah.
Todd sees that he needs to breathe.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And like they're all really good friends to him in their own way. It's just man. My favorite part is when Diane said that like there's sometimes there's people in your life that you meet that you'll know you're never like be with them forever. You'll have them in your life forever. And that goes to friends. It goes to relationships. Because I have a lot of friends that I don't speak to anymore, and I still have love for them. But it's like time goes on, and like if anything, I appreciate that they were a part of my life at the time they were at because they have made me into who I am today.
Yeah,
I feel like I've been the same for them.
I'm very happy that you guys are in my life right now. I don't know
What does that mean
the
right
future
now?
I just mean, I'm like, whatever happens in like 10, 20, 30 years, like these are moments we'll look back on fondly. Like what we do is like we're very lucky to
30-year reunion, no matter what. 10-year reunion will be pretty dope.
10, man. What if I'm dead in 30?
Whoa.
Seriously though.
The line I really liked the most another line I liked from Bojack when Bojack was like, wouldn't it be funny if this is the last time we ever spoke ever again, And like, can you guys imagine the last time you spoke to like that one friend or a couple of friends, the last time you guys ever spoke again, and you guys are having that like conversation, but it was never like, hey, this is it.
Yeah.
It's gonna be the last one, and it's just so fucking
know.
bittersweet, man. Like
I don't
really,
believe
really
that
is.
for them though.
Huh?
When he gets out, I feel like he'll definitely be calling her up.
I mean, bro, it looked like
there was that awkward pause right there, like.
No, I think Diane might have been being like, I don't know if I need you in my life anymore. Like the last time something went wrong with you, it trickled down to me, and like I don't know if I can take that risk.
Diane is happy. Diane's not gonna.
I know, but she almost fucked it up when she stayed in Chicago, and it was. Not because of Bojack. Diane's dealing with her own shit, but he triggered her. You know what I mean? I would have too, but I'm so fucking happy they're together.
Yeah, I was like, how dare they do this right at the end?
They pull it a little bit too, with a little. There are a lot of my friends that I think about the last conversation we had, and it touches me. It makes me think. It just makes me dwell on it. So I don't know. Hold people close, man.
And I like that. Like in the end, they were just like sitting there, not talking. Because sometimes that's like all you need.
Yeah.
Just like be in a room with some other person that's quiet.
Yeah, that Mr. Blue part, that song is really, really good.
Yeah,
what a
and
great
like,
song.
and they were like the two people that were dealing with depression in the show, and each one of them had their own journey with the illness.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so it just the show kind of like showed these two different paths that you can go on if you have this problem.
And they were very similar.
Yeah, and Diane's relationship with Bojack was like, I always loved their relationship. They never had sex. It wasn't ever like they didn't have sex with it.
No, they just
it was a very platonic, and like everybody else that Bojack has been with has not been like that. Bojack has treated a lot of women like meat, and like it was just awesome to see that friendship go the way that it did, and end up where it's ending up at.
I think like when I look at their friendship, that moment when they're in the hole, they got fracked, and they're just like feeding off of each other's drinking and just kind of wallowing in their own shit and their own depression and all that, like. I feel that moment because I've had friends like that where it's just like, let's see how far we can take it to the bottom. And like, sometimes, hopefully, luckily for me and those friends have grown so we can look back at that and be like, let's never do that again. But like with Bojack, he looks at it and he's just like him and Diane, like that's why they can't, they're like two batteries like connected to each other. You know what I mean? Like they work and they fit together well, but sometimes that feedback can like bring too much for each other. So I think that they're better long distance friends than they will ever be like close distance friends. You know what I mean?
Yeah. He relies on her too much sometimes, and she feels like the weight of that burden.
He thought he knew he was going to kill himself. That's what he literally attempted suicide. When he said, "I'm going to go swimming," like he called her because he thought that Diane was the only person that could save him. It wasn't Princess Caroline, it wasn't anybody else. It was Diane because he knows that Diane is they got the same wavelength. You know what I mean?
He could have called PB. Man, PB would have been there for him.
I know, man. PB, he's one of my favorites, bro. I like PB a lot, dude.
Hey,
I like PB, but I love PB. PB loyal.
I knew it was not going to be a D.
So
there was no way.
I knew.
I was like,
it happened earlier that day, and she was calling it Hollywood already. Like I love how like it. They changed that sign and people say it.
That's
like,
what they did with Hollywood also. They called it Hollywood like later that day.
That was like a great callback to like how he always gets the signs wrong. He's like, I'm not going to go with this company anymore. And like in general, there was just like this whole finale had so many jokes and callbacks and like all the previous cast that they'd had like were drawn in the party. I'm sure a lot we didn't notice. Like he had his moments with each main character, like Carolyn, Todd, Peanut Butter, and Diane, and it was like just perfect, man. Fucking birthday dad won the Nobel Peace Prize or something
for our movies.
Like, what? And Gina on the billboard, man.
Yeah.
She got a little
Courtney Portnoy.
We'll never know what Hollyhock wrote in that letter, but I guess I mean like she got the ending also that she I mean, you know.
I'm sad that Vincent Adultman didn't make an appearance.
No.
As an actual adult, like it's been years.
Congrats to PC and Judah, though. Congrats to them. Too.
Oh yeah.
And just the little thing of like the kid that discovered Bojack or scared the Bojesus out of him. Like he just like had like a huge blow up because like that shit happens randomly. Like the way he said it was funny. Let's put him on
even to
Ellen.
like Princess Carolyn's genius idea of having like an industry wedding versus a regular wedding. She's like, and people are calling me like she.
I mean, that's what everybody does, though. Isn't it?
I literally have never been to a Hollywood
Pretty
wedding.
sure,
So
like,
every
11 Angry Women.
I feel like
like,
there's a lot of that going on.
But true statement in this though, like saying like Hollywood forgets like after a year or whatever.
And I do still like Bojack's Hollywood treatment where he gets to get out of prison because like that shit didn't fucking happen. Like so that's like especially for a wedding, like out of all things. But like Princess Carolyn's able to pull strings because it's fucking Hollywood. Still,
I will definitely agree that the world does have a very short-term memory. For example, Chris Brown. I'm just gonna put it out there.
Oh, I forgot.
You know what? Some people out there forget. You know what I mean? But like they have short-term memory. But Hollywood also has people have a thing where they will forget things, but when somebody dies, they bring it back up when it's already been solved again. I don't like that shit.
I mean, they
Talk
also
about
love
Kobe.
redemption.
Yeah. I don't want to get into that shit. I don't like that shit.
I'll tell you one thing that we won't have short-term memory about, though.
What?
Epstein didn't kill himself.
There it is.
I totally forgot.
Other cute things in this episode, though. PC's kid. What's her name again? Her baby porcupine?
Ruthie.
Ruthie. Ruthie's all grown up. She was running around.
Yeah, she
so
maybe
cute.
she had a friend.
Todd's relationship with his mom is all great.
Ish. They're trying. They're trying.
That's the thing that I like too is that like that's why he was like, I'm so glad you would say that. Is that like nothing had a bow on it? You know what I mean? It's like, hey, things are better, and I mean, but I'm like, nothing was like the problems are solved and like this big happy ending. Because like what Diane said, she was like, yeah, life's a bitch, and then you keep on living, or life gets good, and then you keep on living. Like some people are just like, if I can get to this next step, if I can do this one thing, then that's it. But dog, there's always something after that, and it's just like everyone's story here is still going on. Todd still has to work to get things right with his mom. Princess Carolyn and Judah are still gonna have to work to find a work-life balance relationship. Like all those things are still
like to work
going to be there, but like they're working through it now. Just when Bojack was like, "Don't worry about being happy in the future. Worry about being happy now, and like just work on it step by step." Like that's this message of like you can't just put this like big point in the future for yourself where you're like, if I do that one thing, everything's gonna be great after that. Because it's not. But you gotta like just tell yourself that like that's where I'm working my way towards. I'm gonna try to be happy on the way, and when I get there, I'm gonna figure out what the fuck I do next. Like I love that.
It was wrapped up in like a Bojack bow.
Yeah.
I want
want
to know which writer came up with the hokey pokey metaphor, and I want to know who your weed man is.
Dude, I just tweeted that shit right now.
You already tweeted it?
Yeah, man. It's like you do the hokey pokey, and man, this shit is fucking.
You already tweeted
flame.
Addicted to Twitter, I swear.
Well, shit, y'all.
It's over.
My favorite part was the slow dance with Carolyn and Bojack talking about what would have happened if this were a random run-of-the-mill sitcom. You know, like, oh, she's having cold feet. He has to convince her, but no, she's happy. But like, I like how he hypothetically played out the situation, and like, she's like, what would you say? So he still got to say it and like search deep down those feelings. And,
this show's so fucking good.
So another Bojack podcast, post series podcast.
Yeah.
Post series Bojack podcast.
Yeah. How did you guys all feel?
Or
Maybe.
essay?
Yeah.
Oh, the Bojack essays are coming out in swarm. Right? I'm seeing them everywhere.
Right? We're already
And
late.
I'm
You
so
know,
excited
like,
to get to watch one now.
You know how we say like Breaking Bad was like perfectly written and frames everything from beginning to end? My God, for animation is this for me.
Yeah. That's what
this was perfect.
I mean, Avatar was also great.
I will.
I mean, like growing up animation and then like
Always.
actually,
Hey, Avatar was
like,
not kid
actually,
show,
yeah, I was going to say Avatar a lot hard like giving lessons too. Good job.
I will always appreciate a show that knows how to tell a story and end it. I think that is pure beauty.
That's what
No
I
one
say,
to
guys.
end it.
This is not normal for water.
Bubbles?
Little bubbles.
Bubbles isn't normal for water?
Sitting here like this.
It's
Dasani.
It's carbonated.
I opened it and closed it halfway.
Yeah, okay, do that with regular water. It's
Anyway,
supposed to happen.
let us know in the
All
comments.
right.
How do you guys feel about the series finale?
Over. No.
I know I'm sad.
We can't even say bye to y'all.
I'm gonna rewatch this shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna rewatch
Not
it
even a
again
question.
now on my own time. You know what? I'm just gonna play it, and I know at some point Pat will start paying attention to it and be like,
This might be my new Futurama, bro.
I'm not gonna say anything about it. I'm just gonna play it, and I'm gonna play it in front of Pat, and then I know eventually something will happen in the show that'll make Pat go like, oh damn.
Spread the
that
word.
sexy
Tell
dolphin?
people to react to this show if
Tell
you liked
pe-
our reactions. To
Tell
go
people to watch it.
fucking-
It's a difficult show to fucking get people to watch. There's just nothing you can do to prepare somebody
And they got Nihina
for
and
what
Iana.
this is. There's no way to explain it to
God.
anybody. It's just like you gotta just watch
You
it.
guys get into everything.
I love editing, but those first few episodes, dog, I loved editing that shit. You guys were just like, what? Hey, y'all. Bye. We love y'all.
Bye, Bojack fam.
Bye. Thanks again for watching Bojack Horseman. Be sure to hit the like button and subscribe if you want more Bojack content. And check out our Patreon for early access and uncut episodes. Once again, a big shout out to Luis, Joe Mags, Nasser, Ruby, Smokum, Keyboard Junkie, NYRFN, Kelly Parks, Allison, Edward, Nico, Flower House, Anthea, and Sean. And we will see you all next week for more Bojack.